Fear. Fear. That's what Black Lives Matter protesters and Black Panthers and Black Power people, they want white people to fear. That's what they want. That's the goal of terrorism, by the way. A change of public policy or a change of behavior in the living because of the treatment of the dead. All right? Or acts of brutality. Always remember that. Terrorism is not for the dead. Terrorism is for the living. It's to provoke a change of behavior, of policy, whatever. So, we have a commander-in-chief, God save us. God save us. We have a commander-in-chief who is living out continually with his statements to the press this narrative that there has never been equal justice. White cops, there's a preponderance of violence against black people. He doesn't want to deal with the black-on-black crime in Chicago or in St. Louis, right? He doesn't want to focus on the cheapness of life inside of the African-American community with each other. He just wants to continue this narrative that white people, white cops especially, really are the bad guys, and he's fueling the crisis. And he knows it. He knows it. Don't kid yourself. He knows it. Is it that he's bitter? I mean, I don't even know why. I can't see inside of his dark heart. But it's not the color of Obama's skin. It's the fiber, the character of his brain and his soul that are the crisis. So there's a very famous African-American sheriff from Madison County in Wisconsin who shows up on Fox fairly regularly. Very articulate, brilliant man. Listen to his words to Obama, Jesse Jackson, and about Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton.
President Obama, it's kind of interesting. He said the facts aren't in. He usually is popping off at the mouth before he's been briefed or before he knows any of the facts. You know, like he did yesterday without any foundation. He talked about racism and disparate treatment and people of color, all this nonsense. Like I said, he's armed with powerful words, and he uses those words irresponsibly. It fuels this sort of anger toward the American police officer, and I wish he'd knock it off.
We have other black leaders like Reverend Jesse Jackson overnight, right after these attacks, on a London radio show saying that Donald Trump and the rise of ultra-conservative groups are to blame for this rhetoric in this country and the violence that we're seeing. What do you say to Reverend Jackson this morning?
I say nothing to Reverend Jackson. Reverend Jackson's another one of these blowhards whose time has passed and he's still trying to stay relevant, and so he talks like that. But I'll tell you right now, nobody in the country that's running for president right now, and there's only two people left, has stood behind and beside the American law enforcement officer like Donald Trump. I cannot wait till January 20th, I believe, 2017, when President Obama leaves the White House for the last time. And my hope, I pray, that Donald J. Trump becomes the next commander-in-chief, because we need a president who's going to stand beside us and support us all across the country, unambiguously, by the way. And we know we're not going to get that out of Mrs. Bill Clinton. I think the saddest day for law enforcement will be if she were to become the president of the United States.
Sheriff, you mentioned...
So, as you can see, this is not about race. It's about ethics. It's about morals. And it's also about statistics, okay? The reason that people profile is not simply a knee-jerk reaction because of bigotry. It is, however, about the statistical likelihood of a certain person fitting a certain profile. I'll be right back.